ahead, stay inspired. Follow us on all our social media platforms. I gave you everything. My time, my money, my love, and my body. You used me like no other man had. Olivia's voice cracked as she vented her anguish. Her hands trembled, but her eyes burned with fury. I cooked for him, cared for him, and this is the man who used me and disappeared the moment he was done with school. She turned to Jessie, her voice breaking even further. No man has ever treated me the way you did, using me for your gain and leaving me like I meant nothing. Jessie stepped forward, her voice firm yet defensive. Olivia, why wouldn't I break up with you when you and your friends were running around with sugar daddies? Olivia's eyes blazed with fury, her voice rising. Over my dead body. Who told you that? Who told you that nonsense? The tension in the room was palpable, but their bitter confrontation had its roots in a story that began years before. It all started back at UCC when Jessie was in level 200, struggling to make ends meet as a computer science student. Feeding himself and affording course materials was a daily challenge. The days were long and the night even longer, filled with hunger and despair. One fateful afternoon, Jessie walked into the school's cafeteria, her stomach growling with hunger. At the counter, he hesitated as he placed his order. Madam, add chicken to it, he said. His voice was low but hopeful. The woman behind the counter responded flatly. That's 30 cedis all. Just looked dismayed. Oh, that's expensive. You just give me 2 eggs. Before he could reach for his money, a soft voice behind him said, Oh, don't worry. I'll pay for the chicken. Startled, Jessie turned around, only to see a beautiful woman smiling warmly at him. Her confidence was disarming. He stammered as he said thank you, took his tray, and found a corner table to savour the unexpected act of kindness. Days later, after a lecture, Jessie saw Olivia again. She was walking towards the cafeteria with her vibrant energy lighting up the environment. Summoning his courage, Jessie called out, Olivia. She turned, with her face breaking into a playful smile. Mr. Fine Boy with a broke pocket. Where are you headed to? Jessie, trying to hide her shyness, replied, Thank the other day for the chicken. Olivia's eyes twinkled with amusement. So you don't even know chicken and turkey. What you ate that day was turkey. Jessie chuckled nervously. Well, it tasted so good. Anyway, where are you off to? As you can see, I'm going to buy food, Olivia said with a grin. Hey, rich lady, always buying from there. Their food is expensive, Jessie teased. Olivia laughed heartily. Oh, I usually buy the wache with some smoothie. Can we go together? Why not? Jessie said, walking beside her. The counter, Olivia teased him again. If you buy food, I can add turkey or chicken for you. Oh, that's nice. Jessie responded with a laugh. I'll manage the turkey. No cash for food today. From then on, Jessie and Olivia occasionally crossed paths, with Olivia always sponsoring his meals. Gradually, they became friends. One sunny Sunday, Jessie heard a knock on his hostel door. He opened, and there stood Olivia, holding a basket filled with food and a bottle of wine. Surprised, Jessie asked, Whose birthday is it? Olivia rolled her eyes. Can I come in before you interview me? With all these questions, she entered, unpacked the basket, and started arranging the food. she said. Since you hardly eat good food, I prepared this for you. Enjoy some homemade recipes. They ate together, and JC felt truly satisfied for the first time in a long while. With a high content sigh, he stretched out on the bed. Olivia leaned closely to him, smiling mischievously. Let me unzip your trousers so you can breathe well, she teased. Before Jesse could respond, Olivia's fingers clipped into his palm. He jolted slightly in surprise. You think you will eat all this food and just rest like that? She said playfully. Jessie looked at her, confused yet intrigued. Oh, why are you acting like you're a virgin? She asked with her tone softening. Don't you like me? Am I not your type? Jessie hesitated, then said, I have admired you. But Olivia interrupted him with a smirk. Wow, my hand is already making something hard. Before Jesse could say anything else, Olivia took his hand and gently pulled him toward the bathroom. They shared a passionate moment, the connection between them deepening in a way neither had anticipated. It marked the beginning of a love story built on friendship. Their relationship began quietly with JC and Olivia living their lives on campus and growing closer by the day. Sometimes, JC would miss lectures, distracted by the time he spent with Olivia at his hostel. Eyata, you didn't attend the afternoon lecture, a friend said one day, confronting him. I called your phone severally. Jesse rubbed his temples and groaned. Oh my God, Olivia, you made me miss today's lectures again. You told me to mute my phone. Olivia chuckled and shrugged. But Tata, you didn't even write any exam or test today, right? No, we just had some boring long talk, he admitted reluctantly. You see, you didn't even miss a thing, Olivia teased, leaning closer. And you even enjoyed better than that. You know, right? Jessie couldn't help but smile, her charm disarming him every time. Despite Olivia being older than Jessie, it didn't bother him at all. He admired her confidence, generosity, and she also admired his gentle nature. Their bond grew stronger with each passing day. But one night in JC's hostel, his roommate Joe decided to weigh in. You are really enjoying it. Your woman, her money, everything. JC glanced at him puzzled. Joe, what are you on about? He said. Joe leaned forward, lowering his voice, and said, have you ever asked yourself where these campus girls get their money from? Do you see a factory in this university employing women? Oh, what's your point, Jessica? Frowning slightly. Charlie, my guy, you've asked questions, Joe said firmly. Don't just be collecting everything she brings if you are serious about her, Mr. Loverboy. The word hit JC like a stone, stirring doubts in his mind. He replayed Joe's warning over and over, and for the first time, a shadow of uncertainty crept into his thought about Olivia. Jesse sat quietly, with Joe's words echoing in his mind. I think I have overlooked things. He is right. I can't be sitting idle without knowing more about my woman, Jesse thought to himself. Determined to get answers, Jesse decided to visit Olivia and confront her. But on his way, he ran into her unexpectedly. Dear, I was just heading to your place, Olivia said, smiling brightly. Oh, then let's go together, Jesse replied. Oh no, let's sit over by the shed for a bit, noticing something in his tone. As they sat, Olivia asked, is everything alright, Jesse? Jesse hesitated before speaking. You know I love you, right? But I've been thinking about a lot of things. You and your friends on campus spend a lot, and I'm starting to worry. How do you get the money to do all these things? Olivia laughed and smiled. Her expression was very calm. Oh, darling, that's not an issue. You will definitely know me better once we graduate, she replied. JC wasn't entirely convinced, but he brushed it off for the moment, not wanting to ruin the mood. Later that night, while JC was asleep, he heard someone calling his name. JC, wake up, startled. He sat up and saw Joe standing at the door. Are you sleeping? Come and see the polished car that just dropped your woman, Joe said. Jesse quickly got out of bed and followed Joe downstairs. They stopped at the edge of the hostel where Jesse could see Olivia standing by a sleek saloon car talking to someone inside. Jesse froze speechless. Joe nudged him and whispered, "You see, I told you, this your woman takes from the old man and spends it on you. Charlie, lucky guy." Joe walked away, leaving Jesse standing there, rooted to the spot as the car drove off. The incident left him shaken, but he decided to push his doubts aside with graduation fast approaching. It was time to celebrate and not worry, he said to himself. One evening, Jesse and Olivia sat together, discussing his upcoming graduation. Jesse decided to tease her. "I am leaving you, but don't worry. I will come back to monitor you. If any guy dares to replace me, I will deal with him." Olivia laughed. "You, who can you be? Have you even fought anyone in your life?" They both laughed, the tension of the past few days away. As they talked, they began planning for Jace's graduation. After graduation, Olivia said, "You will wait for me to finish my last exam and we will head home together." "All right," Jace agreed. "But why your place first and not mine?" "Because I am a woman," Olivia replied with a playful tone. They laughed it off together. The moment was filled with lightness and excitement about the future. Jace's graduation was over, and as planned, he headed to Olivia's hostel to have one last meal before they went home. He was excited to see her and was thinking about how much effort she must have put into making the meal. When Jesse reached her door, ready to knock, he heard a lady's voice from a video on Olivia's phone. "My sugar daddy, this weekend, I'm coming to give you a cold blowjob that will spin your mind. You will never even dream of remembering your wife. I will be the only name in your head," the voice said. Jesse froze. He stood there in shock, his thoughts racing. "So this is true," Jesse whispered to himself. Joe was right. These ladies on campus live lavishly because of money from old men. Oh, can't marry someone like this. Oh, I've been fooled. I've been played. Thank you for watching. Follow Derba Tales on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube for updates and more amazing stories. See you next time.